Aly, it's great to have you in Provo and to have you in Studio B. Finally, we've been very excited about this moment, a chance to talk with you. Now that you're in Provo, how much has it taken you to get acclimated to the new area and to Utah and to Provo and BYU?
I mean, not much, just not a long time. Obviously, I've been here for 2-3 weeks. It's been fun. The guys been taking me everywhere. My best friend and my girlfriend came to visit me. So we kind of just climbed a couple mountains and went around Provo, around Utah. It's pretty fun, great people. Like everybody just look at me smiling and saying hi. And some people recognize me, but not a lot of them yet because I haven't played yet. But yeah, it's been great.
So obviously, you know, it became public that you were going to come to BYU. It's been a while, so you've had some time to have it sort of settle in. What's it like now where you're getting closer to the season? It's becoming more and more real. You're here, all that stuff.
It's just exciting. Just since I committed in April, I believe, it's just like I just want to come out here and practice with the guys and work out and get in the weight room and like get better every day with the guys here. And I feel like I'm just living it right now. Like what I thought a month ago I was home, I was just so excited to come back to Provo to practice. And obviously, like, this summer goes by so fast for college athletes, and
Yes.
we're just going to be in season in short time. I'm just really excited for the Big 12 and to play with the guys and compete at the highest level.
You've chronicled in a few accounts why you chose BYU and your relationship with Mark Pope, but our audience would love to kind of get some more detail in that regard. So let's go back to the moment you entered the transfer portal and BYU came into the picture. What was that moment like, and what initially attracted you about BYU?
Yeah, it was different. I didn't expect BYU would reach out, to be honest. Like I expected a couple of schools would reach out. I really thought they would reach out. I didn't really think BYU would reach out. I didn't know BYU was going to the Big 12. So that's the first thing Coach Nick texted me when he recruited me. We were going to the Big 12. So that was the main attraction of the recruitment process. We had a Zoom like a day after they texted me. It was so quick. It was just like it was so clicking, especially in the Zoom call when Coach Pope was asking my sister a lot of questions. He wasn't really recruiting me. He was kind of recruiting my sister. And I was in Ramadan too. I was fasting.
Yeah.
Came out of here. Coach Pope fasted me one day. I actually said that one time. He fasted me on Friday morning till 8 p.m. So that was so cool from him. Just says a lot about him as a person before being a coach. Obviously, the basketball stuff just fitting in the system, and they haven't had a 6'11" big man in a while.
It's been a while, Aly.
Yeah, can pass and shoot. That's very different than the style of play here. So I feel like that will fit in together, especially in the Big 12 with the athletic bigs. And yeah, just watching film with Coach here, coming on the visit was great. I had another visit the week after to Florida, and I felt like BYU was the right place to be, and I committed right away after my visit to Florida. And obviously, Coach Pope is just great. He's just like a big brother for me. I mean, like we talked about before, he came all the way to Egypt just to see my family. I don't think I ever had a coach do that. Even in Egypt, my coaches never saw my family. So it says a lot about him. He's a great guy, fun guy. He's very different, so that's what I really like about him.
Yeah.
Well, and look, he went all the way to Egypt to see your family. He's only there for a couple of hours. What did you do with Coach Pope? Because I'm sure, obviously, you want to kind of show him where you're from and some of those things. What do you do with Coach Pope for those couple hours?
Yeah, he came to Cairo first, so he never texted me when he arrived. So I thought.
So you didn't know he was coming?
I knew he was coming, but I knew his flight. He never texted me when he got to the hotel. It's like 2 a.m. And I kind of got worried a little bit. He FaceTimed me in the morning at the pyramids. So it's kind of, I was like, oh, all right.
Like, come on, you're using a Zoom background.
Are you
I get
serious?
Exactly.
Did you do one of those?
Yeah. Then he drove all the way to Alexandria. And I don't know if you guys know, driving in Egypt is really hard. But I was so surprised he actually rented a car and drove all the way.
Wow.
As soon as he came, he parked his car. We got in our car because I didn't trust him driving in Egypt, to be honest. And
By the way, Egypt, did they drive on the right side or the left side of the road?
the same as here.
Okay, so all right.
There's
that
no
hurdle is taken out of the way then.
There's no rules, so it's just really confusing. But I don't drive in Egypt. I get scared, to be honest. But my sister drove us around. We went to my old house, the house I grew up in, and we went to my old school just to see around. I haven't been there in years, so it was very surprising for me too. I was like getting back memories. And went to my sports club. We saw the basketball courts. Then we went to eat with my family. It was really good. We had some great meals. And we went straight to my house just to talk and eat dessert there. He tried a lot of new stuff. We went to this big castle of Alexandria. It's kind of like historical, like Muhammad Ali, like the great, not the boxer. It's another guy. He built it because Coach Pope got confused when I told him that. And then we went to a mosque. He just saw around, and he drove back to Cairo to take the flight back. So it was pretty cool. It felt like it's a long time, but it wasn't. It was actually like 5-6 hours, but it was really cool. My family loved him, and my sister obviously met him before, so
wow,
it was great.
It's fantastic. Aly Khalifa is with us on BYU Sports Nation, one of the new big men for BYU basketball as the Cougars transition into the Big 12. You've talked a lot about how you felt at home and the cultural fit here in Provo. And I know you share some things in common with Atiki and Foos, and you have a Muslim backdrop. So why is it that the culture works for you here in Provo?
I feel like both religions are very similar to each other, I would say, and in some way. And I just felt like home. It's just very safe here. Wherever I lived before, it wasn't that safe in Charlotte, to be honest with you. But it's just very safe. People are just great. Whenever you walk around and see people smiling at you, saying hi to you, even they don't know you, but they're just saying hi to you because they're nice people. And even the team, just everybody inviting me to their house, inviting me to see their families, and it just feels like home. I never had this before, and it's just great to see. Like in 3 weeks here, I've been to a lot of places with the guys. I feel like the guys and the people here that makes it home, but also like the environment. You feel like there's not a lot of places to go. It's kind of like from the house to the school. You just get better every day, and you also can have fun with the guys, hang out with them every day. So I feel like just like the connection with the guys and the coaches and the people here in Provo is just really good, as well as like I said it before, whenever I committed and posted on Twitter, I never had this many followers and reaches ever in my life. It was crazy.
It happens quickly.
It happens really quickly. And that makes me feel like home whenever I see like about 4,000 comments just saying welcome to the family. Just makes me feel good.
Well, you already talked about how much of an influence going to the Big 12 was in making your decision, and obviously being able to play in that conference, anybody would love that opportunity. So let's focus on the team itself. What do you make of this team as it's starting to build its way into this first year in the Big 12?
I mean, so wait, can you repeat the question a little bit?
Just what do you make of this team? And I know you've only been here a little bit, but what do you make of your teammates as you guys embark on this new journey into the Big 12?
Yeah, I mean, we're really excited. We work out every day. We know we're going to the Big 12, so it's kind of like the best, for me, in my opinion, is the best conference in America. The teams in it are really good, especially
We agree.
So it's the guys really, we're working hard every day. Like we do a lot of scrimmages. I'm not in it 100% right now, but even when we play with each other, or even if I'm not playing, I get the guys who are like, Aly, we're really excited to play with you. We're really excited to play together. And all we talk about is the Big 12. Like teams are not expecting us to do a lot in the Big 12, especially in men's basketball. And that's really exciting for us. It's just motivating that teams are doubting us, and we are a really good team. I feel like we got the right pieces on the transfer portal, obviously with Quiz and Dawson and the guys who are returning. We have a lot of returning guys, a lot of experience, as well as young guys. It's kind of weird. There's a lot of sophomores and juniors on the team. And with 50-year seniors, with seniors, it's just really exciting to see this group come together and just compete in the Big 12, because like if you want to be the best, you got to go through the best. And I feel like the best teams are in the Big 12 conference. I'm just really excited.
Aly, I've watched your tape and I've talked with the coaches at length, and obviously they're very excited about a number of things that you do and you bring to the floor, your ability to shoot. But I think everybody always kind of comes back to, have you seen this guy pass? Like, he can pass the ball at an elite level. So at 6'11", when did that become a thing for you where you're like, I'm pretty good at this and I could, make a career out of this?
Yeah, I feel like before I left home when I was 14, 15, it kind of came in a way that Aly's never going to be the most athletic guy on the court, so I needed to find another way to be one of the best guys on the court. I just love seeing my teammates happy and scoring, and everybody loves scoring, obviously. And I just see them making a shot or making a three, like making a layup, dunk, whatever. It just makes me really, really happy. And I feel like in Australia, too, they really developed me on this. Especially, we played with guys like Josh Giddey. Obviously, he's a great passer, 6'8", point guard. And it was really just coming together that, I'm actually a really good passer. I can see the court from other angles that some point guards don't even see. And it just kept developing this. And in Charlotte, I had a redshirt year. I was on scout team just passing the ball every time. And really, like Coach Sanchez and Coach Ferner really took the moment to sit with me to tell me that I need to get a little selfish because they're like, "Ali, you're so unselfish. Like I'm passing on layups just to pass the ball." But I feel like that was just my advantage all the time, shooting and passing. I feel like I passed it better my freshman year than last year. But I mean, I see the court, I see everybody on the court, and I think that's the biggest advantage I have, especially in the Big 12 with this all athletic bigs coming after me because I can shoot, and then we're gonna get a lot of backdoor cuts and a lot of. I mean, we were a very good three-point shooting team. That's where I realized, being 3 weeks here, we really shoot the ball, everybody. So it's really exciting. I'm really excited to play with the guys and give them a couple of assists.
Well, the role of a big man has changed so much.
Yep.
Even, I mean, certainly 10, 20 years ago, but even 3 to 5 years ago,
Yep.
you know, it's what you were talking about. It's bigs handle the ball. They assist. They shoot from the perimeter. It sounds like that's your game. That the modern big is what you are.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I was home, I was doing this stuff. Everybody's like, "Oh, whoa, like bigs don't do that, dunk the ball and layups and stuff." But I felt like the game it was going toward this way with like Jokic doing this stuff and Anthony Davis and these people, like they handle the ball as well as they shoot the ball. Yeah, I feel like every big in the NBA right now, they can do all of this stuff. Like the best two bigs are Joel Embiid and Jokic, and that's all they do.
Yes.
Yeah, just the game has changed, and I gotta get better every day. How the way game has changed. So.
Are those the two guys you try and emulate, Jokic and Embiid?
Not a lot of Embiid, to be honest. He's way more athletic, but Jokic been
Sure.
growing up was Dirk Nowitzki, and then it's changed to Jokic. The way he passes the ball, just like whenever I was watching him, I was like, "Oh, I want to be like this guy."
Yeah.
And I mean, he's the best player in the world right now, basketball player in the world. So.
How big is basketball in Egypt? I mean, how much are you able to pay attention to college basketball or the NBA and that kind of stuff?
I mean, growing now it's way better. Growing up, it wasn't that much. It was just like my dream is to play for the national team. I play on a sports club team and sign a contract, whatever, in Egypt. But I feel like growing up, just see people like there's a lot of people my age traveled before me. So I was like, oh, I'll just take the chance. I got a scholarship in Australia. Why not just try it? And like just growing up, we didn't watch much NBA. We didn't have Indian. We don't have ESPN or anything like that just to watch like NBA games. I mean, we knew players. We knew LeBron. We knew Dirk.
Sure.
Michael Jordan, whatever. But we didn't have that much like, oh, let's watch YouTube. Let's go watch NBA. And but now it's better. The game is getting more popular now. That's what I really like. All the kids now watch the NBA. They're getting all the shoes and stuff. It's pretty cool to watch, actually. I wish that happened when I was younger. But I'm glad it's happening right now. So.
Aly Khalifa is with us on BYU Sports Nation, new big man for the Cougars. What have your teammates and coaches told you about playing in front of a packed Marriott Center?
Coach Pope told me I will cry probably first game. I'm really excited. I mean, in Charlotte we had a great student fans. I don't want to talk crap or anything.
Sure,
but,
sure.
They were pretty cool. It's just because I mean, like Foos here is like fan favorite because he's international. I get it because back in Charlotte, that was me. Just the fans like chanting my name every game, and whatever I do, they just get happy. And I thought that was a lot of fans. And then I always knew BYU fans are like crazy, and there's a lot of them, obviously, the student section, and it just goes wild. I'm just really excited. I don't know how to explain it. It's just. It's going to be obviously I'll be a little nervous the first couple of games, obviously, just to see around. There's about 18,000, 19,000 people sitting. I'm just really excited. I never played in the biggest arena. I played it with Spectrum Center, Charlotte, but there wasn't that much fans. So that's probably going to be the most fans I will be in front. So I'm really excited.
I'm excited for the fans to chant Ali, Ali. It's going to be great, man.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, the energy in that building is something special.
Yeah.
Hey, needless to say, we're thrilled to have you here. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to visit us in Studio B. And just so you know, when you visit the show, we give you BYU Sports Nation karma. Okay. It's just good luck for.
It's a real thing. It's real. It's real.
It's documented. Hundreds of cases.
Okay.
It works.
Okay.
So now you have it, and if that's just getting through the summer and workouts and good health and getting into school, then so be it, man. But thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. That was fun. Yep.